Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I love that song. I love that song so very much. And the other day, my sister Barbara posted on Facebook this really great post that reminded me about how lost I was and what a dark place I used to live in. And writing that book, I'm writing a book, and I'm having to revisit some of those very dark places. And I just don't know how I did it without him. I don't know. I don't know. But I thank him every day for delivering me from that. And the forgiveness part is going to tie in to the end when I talk about my good deed for the day. So I'm Melanie Hind, aka Princess Ninja, aka the Keto Critic. And if you're new here, welcome to my keto, intermittent fasting, ninja-like journey. This is just kind of like a daily vlog talking about how at age 50, I am going to rock your socks off. You're going to be like, oh my goodness, Becky, look at that butt. No, that's not what you're going to say. You're going to be like, I can't believe she's 50. She looks incredible. And you're going to go back through videos and you're going to be like, I can't believe what a train wreck this woman was. I am so broken. I'm so broken. I'm so broken. Anyway, I'm trying to fix it. Super glue and God. Maybe I should write a book about that. Super glue and Jesus. That would be a great title for a book. I would probably read a book like that. Anyway, so let's get on with the show. Ed Sullivan. So anyway, this is 365 days to 50. Let's talk. I'm sorry. I'm experimenting with the microphone and I'm not sure what to do because you guys know I talk with my hands and this is posing a problem. But if this works, then I'm going to get a longer cord. I'm going to get, and it'll be hidden. It'll be up through the back of my shirt. You guys won't even see it. Everyone like me with OCD in the house, raise your hand. I know this is bothering you. It's bothering me. Right? It's distracting me because I don't want to look at my camera because I'm looking at this flipping cord. And I'm trying not to hit it because I'm probably making all kinds of horrible racket. But the echo in this room is bothering me. Until I can save up about $80 or $90 to get a room rug, then, I'm experimenting. Just let me do my YouTube thing. I'm finding my creative space. Okay, so January 10th, 2019. 365 days to 50. My starting weight when I started this on my birthday, December 30th, 2018, was 197.2. This morning I was 198.3, so that's not too far off, 1.1 pounds. Okay, I don't really have a goal weight, but I have documented that I've now made 11 days under 200. I've not seen 200 pounds in almost 2 weeks. I'm excited. That's what that face is. That's what that face would look like if I was an artist and I could actually draw that face, right? It's close, right? My blood glucose. Okay, this is sexy as hell, so let's dim the lights. Baby, dim them lights and turn the lights down low. Okay, no, but he is hot. Anyway, blood glucose was 91 when I broke my fast this morning at 11 o'clock. My PM, that was before I broke my dinner, before I ate my dinner, was 73. Now this is the third consecutive day with a blood glucose under 80, which is unheard of for me. It's unheard of. It's really unheard of. I mean, it used to be heard of, but they called it hypoglycemia because I would start shaking, my mouth would go numb, I'd feel cold and clammy, I'd break out in cold sweats, I'd feel confused, disoriented, and then my sugar would go from 73 to like 50 and I'd be like ready to pass out. So to have a normal blood sugar, I guess this is what it's like to have normal blood sugar. Everybody just settle down and get in your seats. Okay, so my ketones this morning. Here's another thing that's happened the last 3 days. My ketones for the last 7 months have averaged between zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.7, with the occasional 1 point something. And when I have been fasting, I've seen it go as high as 2 point something. But we're talking about doing a 24-hour fast, breaking it with 500 calories of fat, and then doing another 20-hour fast to get my ketones that high. The last 3 days, my ketones have ranged 1 point to 1.3. This morning it was 1.3, and then before I ate dinner it was 1. It was 1. I don't know if it's the exercise, something's happening. I'm doing something that's causing this. Okay, or my body's just like ninja mode on. There's like a ninja switch down there that's been turned on. And I don't know where that switch is, but it's been turned on. Well, I fasted for 16 hours today. Not my normal 18 hours, but it's okay. It's okay. My workout. I did 45 squats. I hope you watched my exercise video this morning, just giving you some ideas of what to do at home. I walked 2 miles and I did some reps with the light weights. I was using the 5-pound dumbbells. I showed you my routine. I went through that routine. I did some wall push-ups. I warmed up the arms. I did 2 planks. The one you saw was 51 seconds. I did another one was 35 seconds. So that was awesome. I got 11,554 steps in today. I did not take the dogs for an evening walk because I had to work a little bit late. By the time I got home, it was already getting dark. I was hungry. My husband was hungry. So we just took him for a ride in the car, got something to eat and came home. Okay, 7 flights of stairs. So that's pretty good too. So this is kind of my good deed and my God all in one. So I opened this up singing Amazing Grace, and that's because I think it's really important if you don't believe, it's okay. I'm not pushing this down your throat. I'm just saying for those of us that do believe, you have to remember that God doesn't want us to subject ourselves to pain. Knowingly subject ourselves over and over to pain. He doesn't want us to surrender to an abuser. That's not what turn the cheek means by any stretch of the imagination. However, we are human and there's not one of us that are perfect. No one is perfect and we are all sinners. And so basically what this is about is that I had a falling out with someone. I'm not going to name names. I had some blame in it. The other person had a lot of blame in it, more blame in it than me. The other person. Anyway, so feelings got hurt. There were very abrasive things said. There was a lot of insults exchanged. And so feeling very hurt, disappointed, I blocked this person from every freaking social media possible and I cut off all communication. I was angry and it was escalating and it was getting ugly. So I was just like, you know what? I'm walking away. I'm just going to walk away. And, and then I got to watching somebody else that I know who's recently had a dispute. And I've been the bystander looking in on the situation. And one of the people in the situation is just like bashing this person, and it's like it's become one of those really uncomfortable circumstances. Like, okay, dude, really, she's not that bad. You're just mad at her right now. Just take a deep breath and move on, okay? It was exciting the first couple times you talked about it, but now we're on series number 106, and so I thought I'm not really acting very Christian, carrying on the way that I'm carrying on with this person, especially since this person has reached out several times with kind of sorta an apology. They've put up a white flag. Let's just put it that way. So today, for my good deed and getting with what God wants me to do, I reached out to this person and I gave them a very heartfelt and sincere compliment. There were no apologies, nothing official, but I reached out to them and I showed them some warmth and some grace. Amazing grace. How sweet it is. Okay, so I was pretty broken and pretty ugly when I was younger, and God showed me grace, so I need to do the same thing. There's a difference between showing grace and putting up with abuse. Totally different. But this person needed grace. I think they needed grace because I was no angel in the situation. And that's another important quality in people. You've got to be able to admit when you're wrong. You've got to be able to admit when you're wrong and say you're sorry and be humble, because humble is a sexy quality, believe it or not. It's not a sign of weakness, and it doesn't make me feel like you're not strong. Humility and being humble is actually the biggest sign of empathy and compassion. So there's that. All right, on with the show. For my savings goal, see, I only get paid every 2 weeks. So this is my first paycheck since I started my 365 days. I was able to budget my money so that, because I've been doing all those crock pot meals, I've been able to budget my money and make an extra $50 car payment. I only have 11 car payments left and my car is paid in full. You have no idea. If I could draw a face like that little girl, that meme, that just sounded like I was pooping. I'm sorry. So anyway, I was able to make an extra $50 towards my car payment. So now I have 10.87429 payments. So there's that. I was able to make an extra $20 credit card payment. I have about $3,000 in credit card debt, just being honest. So you can't just make the minimum payment because they will kill you on interest. I mean, it's pretty low interest. It's like 8% interest, but still, I'm paying interest on borrowed money. So it's really important that I get that paid back as soon as possible. So I made an extra payment there. And that has nothing to do with weight loss, but it does have to do with stress and becoming better, a better human being on this planet. Okay, calories in was 1,220. My carbohydrates, the net carbohydrates was 7. The total carbohydrates was 10. 89 grams of fat, 99 grams of protein. Blah, 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 forgiveness. But I've already gone over that. I just wrote that blah, 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 forgiveness to remind me to talk to you about why I chose that as my good deed of the day and why I chose that as, the connection that I made with God today. So my YouTube crush of the day goes to Keith Holt. And I haven't seen him much on YouTube. I wish he would give us updates. I wish he would let us know what's going on in his life. I still highly encourage you to watch his story. It is amazing. So Keith Holt was well over 370 pounds. And not only was he able to take off all of that weight, I mean, within a 9-month period, he dropped like 200 pounds, but he was able to hike up a peak of a mountain. And what's great about Keith is that he videoed his entire journey. I mean, trying on his old military uniforms, and he couldn't even get them around his chest. And then like every 3 or 4 weeks, he would try it on to see how it fit. And it just... watching his story is just absolutely, no matter what weight loss journey you're on, Keith Holt, he is amazing. So I'm looking for my phone because I didn't give you my calories burned today. And then I'm going to wrap it up in a pretty little bow, like a Christmas present. Because the little girl likes the Christmas presents. I don't know what I'm imitating. Thank you for loving me anyway. Ooh, I love it when my Fitbit... Oh, you missed it. My Fitbit like turned green, but because I forgot to turn the dimming, I'm so sorry. I do this every night, and I apologize every night. I really need to make it a habit. I just have so much going on tonight. So you can see it's uploading. 11,662 steps, 2,337 calories burned, 53 active minutes. You can see I'm still not getting very good sleep. I haven't, and I think that has something to do with my headache. You can see, the red means that I woke up. So I woke up 1, 2, 3, 4 times last night. I only had, so that was my sleep quality. So I was awake for 35 minutes. I only had REM sleep for 1 hour and 29 minutes, light sleep 4 hours, 25 minutes, and 30 minutes of deep sleep. So I'm pretty exhausted, but I think that's because I ran out of my Dr. Eric Berg Electrolyte Powder. I love that stuff, by the way. And if you want, comment below and I'll do a product review. We'll look at everything in that product. I promise you, I'll tell you how I love it. I honestly love it. I do the electrolyte powder. I do a scoop every single day. Every single day. It has 1,000 milligrams of potassium, 450 milligrams of magnesium. It's got sea salt in it, so it's got sodium in it. I mean, it's really great because when I do this scoop, but what happened, because everybody and their brother went on keto for the new year, they were on back order. So I actually ordered it like 10 days ago when I had 3 or 4 days left. And I've been waiting. I haven't had my electrolyte powder in a week. And I have felt it because I have been hurting. I've been suffering almost like keto flu. Especially because I've gone much stricter on my carbohydrates. So there's that. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love, your support on my channel. I couldn't do this without you. And, you're my ninjas. You're my ninjas. I love you. #Ninja Nation.